made it home safe and sound. Until next time, we have to venture out into the dreaded public. What's wrong with you?
You know, we need to have a conversation.
Wow, okay, that sounds very serious. I might need fortification. Do you want to try one of my pears?
No, I don't want to try one.
I think you do. I think you want one of my organic pears that I got at the open air market today. They are incredible.
Yeah, I know. You went all the way to the Piazza San Casimato.
Yeah. How'd you know that?
Suzanne called me. She's worried about you, and with good reason, because there's some bad guys who want to bring harm to you, and you can't pay attention to that?
I'm sorry, what do you mean Suzanne called you? Why is Suzanne calling you and talking to you about my personal whereabouts? I mean, she's some girl I work with.
Suzanne is looking out for you. And that's a good thing, because you apparently can't seem to be bothered by that. Brenda, if you're not careful, you're going to get yourself killed. This is the woman we're looking for.
The lab is running behind, so we don't have results on Taylor or Shapiro yet. I'll get them to you as soon as I can.
Thanks.
And the drug regimen we were trying on Mrs. McDougal's not working. The head injury, Patrick should take a look at her.
Patrick is in surgery.
With Lisa?
Dr. Trudeau, we obviously have a bad working situation brewing here, and I intend to do everything I can to head it off.
I appreciate that. I'm just so sorry and ashamed that my personal problems have to be your concern.
I'm not going to lie, it's unfortunate, but you know what? It's not your doing. You're the wrong party here.
Well, I have to give credit where it's due. For such a total nutcase, Dr. Niles presents well.
As a friend, I have nothing but empathy. But as chief of staff, I can't let a personal situation compromise patient care.
I understand. I will try to keep my distance and my temper. I have a meeting. I'll get those labs to you as soon as I have them.
Thanks.
I can't believe I ever thought this place was cool. That's because you've always had access. I, on the other hand, only get to be here through you. I think it's awesome. Whatever. Still bummed? A lot has happened since last summer. None of it was your fault. I don't think the judgmental snobs at Madison will agree. So, transfer over to plain old Port Charles High with the evolved ones. Like moi. That's what I'm talking about. My brother? Hotness.
Hey.
Hey, Michael. I hope you're here to join us.
Actually, I just need to talk to my sister for a few minutes.
I was gonna take a swim anyway. Come in and get that. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just a little preoccupied. I went to see Johnny at the hospital. Thought I could convince him to tell the truth about how Dad shot him. But, no, it doesn't matter. He wanted to see me. What's up?
I need you to talk me out of something.
Okay, what is it?
Right now, all I can think about is begging Mom to let me transfer to PC High, where no one knows me and I can hide from my problems instead of facing them. I mean, what's the point? As soon as I solve one disaster, Dad throws in another one. He really outdid himself this time. Not only does he shoot yet another unarmed man, he jumps bail and disappears. So, what's your take? Will Dad ever come back, or are we just never going to see him again?
When I was with Brenda, my life was in a totally different place.
Change is the only constant.
I'd love to tell you that I've changed, but I'm not sure about that. But circumstances, in my life have a lot. Back then, I was working up the ladder in business, and I was trying to establish myself. And I met this kid. His name was Stone. He lived on the street. And something about him touched me, And I took him in, brought him home, dusted him off. And I tried to give him a fighting chance in life.
He disappointed you?
No, he died of AIDS. And at that time, you know, they didn't have such a thing as a drug protocol. If you had AIDS, you just died. You know? And Brenda tried to do everything she could, but there's not much, at that time, there's not much you can do.
Did the boy's death bring you and Brenda closer?
I don't know. There was other circumstances that got in the way. Like I said, I was trying to establish myself, and I was acquiring a lot of power. But I ran into complications, dangerous ones, and I had to make compromises. And I had to marry another woman to get rid of the complications.
And did they?
For a minute, and then, you know, other ones followed, right?
Oh, they usually do. Your marriage ended things with Brenda, yes? From how you describe her, I cannot imagine Brenda in the role of mistress.
No, she didn't like it, but you know what? She'd have done it. She told me herself, but I didn't want her to. And she begged me, and I refused. And I turned her away.
Why?
Because I thought that she deserved better. And that she should go out on her own, you know, and figure things out, away from me.
I am impressed by your nobility. Not many men would deny themselves the woman they loved. And it's clear you loved Brenda with every breath you took. Perhaps you still do.
You know, I think it's really interesting and crazy that Suzanne is putting my personal whereabouts out into the world without letting me know. But that's actually besides the point. I truly don't need you to come running to rescue me from anything, as if I am some kitten who is stuck in a tree.
Well, first of all, I didn't come running. Made a little stop to have an argument with my director. He didn't want me to leave, but I insisted.
What are you talking about? You walked off set?
Why is it so hard for you to believe that I care for you?
It doesn't matter. I don't need you to take care of me.
Yeah, well, when you won't acknowledge the fact that something's wrong, maybe you do. Someone almost slashed your face.
I know.
You've been warned by the Interpol, for God's sakes, that your life is in danger. Okay, but yet, you continue to skip merrily along buying fruit.
Skip merrily along? You know what? You're actually starting to make me angry right now. So let's just stop having this conversation.
Well, then be angry with me in England, where I have my security guys with me.
Let's not have this conversation, okay? Because there is one thing I need you to never do to me. Don't ever treat me like I am some girl who sits around and gets a mani-pedi every day. I have a real purpose in my life. And it certainly isn't to sit around and wait for some man to take care of me.
Why are you saying this to me? Why me? I'm not that guy you're supposed to be angry at. I'm this guy who loves you now. And I want to keep you alive so that you can make good on your promise and marry me. I will take whatever flack you got for me for anything that I have done. But I am not going to take responsibility for all the guys who came before me.